So many Plymouth fans are saying the same thing this week. I wish we'd had Miron much earlier. We'd be well safe by now. Welcome back to our Pilgrim's Walk. We're chatting that Middlesbrough game, and of course, we're chatting the big win against Coventry City this week. And we got Reese and Chris to do that with. Thank you very much for joining us. 20 minutes of Plymouth chat, including we're also picking what is our favourite away trip that we've been on this season. And we're looking ahead to the goal of the season competition. What's been your favourite strike from the Green Army? Thank you very much for joining us. We're looking ahead to Preston North End, of course, as well. Lots to get through. Where should we start? We've got to start with the Coventry game, haven't we? I mean, Chris, is it bittersweet that such a great performance, some great goals as well, which we'll get into, and then you just find that every other bugger's won as well?
Unbelievable, Mark, isn't it? You know, we put in a great performance at Middlesbrough, deserved something out of it, got done by a penalty that should never have been. Lost 2-1 and ended up going at home expecting the worst against Coventry, who's been playing out their skins, going for playoff positions, and we end up absolutely overruling them. And what a game that was. It was great. We deserved it, and then we go and find everyone else is flipping winning as well. So all we're doing is moving up together on the same points.
Yeah, so frustrating. But I mean, you've got to credit the manager, haven't we, Reece? I mean, if Plymouth don't stay in the Championship, do you feel that he will somehow?
I hope not. I really do. I think we've seen since the last international break, it's really sort of it's not clicked fully because I don't think this is his playing style. I think it's still a lot of too hoofball. Even I know he's more direct, but I think it's still hoofball even for his liking. He's doing what you have to do at this sort of Simon station, isn't it? But it's really they've bought into it, and if we can get that in the pre-season and get the right players in the right place as well, and they start buying in, I don't want to say we come straight back up because in League One we've known how tough it is. We were stuck there for years, but you feel a lot more confident than you do with anyone else in charge of that. For me,
absolutely, yeah. And you know, when you were there before, you were in there with the likes of Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday. You had some big name, huge names in there. Birmingham aren't there. No disrespect to anybody that's going to be down there, but there isn't really a huge name. Derby have been there, Forest have been there. So yeah, it's possible. But we're staying positive. We are staying positive. Preston are terrible at the moment. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's look at some more social media takes from the game. Lola Ali says, can't believe nearly everybody has down the bottom one as well. Keep fighting, Green Army. O'Devil says there's two kinds of people, Chris. The ones who believe and the ones who don't know ball. Love that. Love that tweet. Right, who impressed you from a player point of view? Which we need to shout Connor Hazard as well.
Yeah, what for the Coventry game? Or
or both.
Yeah. He did make a save or two, but he wasn't overexerting himself. I thought Bundu, and I've been a big critic of his, but Bundu was exceptional. Arguably, apparently, he was lucky to stay on. I didn't have a great view of it from where I was sat, but he had an altercation with one of their players who thumped Ballymumba. He ended up with a yellow. Frankie Lampard, surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, is saying he should have been sent off. But I thought he had an exceptional game, scoring absolutely superb. A couple, and yeah, I thought Bundu deserved man of the match, and he had a great game at Middlesbrough also as well. Only 3 days earlier, so I thought we deserved something out of it. If only we could have got something at Middlesbrough to go with what we did against Coventry. I mean, at home recently, we just beat Sheffield United, Norwich, and
Coventry.
Saturday Coventry. Well, brilliant, lovely home form at the moment.
Absolutely. If only there were three more games on top of the two you got left, you'd easily stay up, I would say. On the Bundu, Kieran says, so when's the new contract being announced? And Keith says, Simon Hallett, you know what to do in relation to Bundu. I mean, do you agree, Reece, with everything that Chris and those posts have said there?
100%. I think, we signed him last season. We were trying to, was it Josh Cobban? We were trying to go for that, fell through last minute. And we just picked this random lad up from Anderlecht, I think he came from. He'd been playing in the Andorran League or something stupid like that, and it had recently played for Newquay. And you sort of bit concerned, bit worried by where they had picked this player out of from again. And it's taken them a long time to. I think it was the physical side. I think it was the adjustment, the physical and the fitness side of things. But certainly since Muslic's come in, he has looked like a different player. And if we can get him under contract, which, you know what, he's played down here a long while. He's played for Newquay, he knows the area. He seems settled. He seems to be enjoying it. If we can try and get him to sign the contract, I think he's a hell of a player in League One. And I think if you stay up, he's a hell of a player. He's finishing. He's becoming borderline more reliable than Hardy at times. And I think it's harsh on Hardy, but he makes a lot more than Hardy. He's a different sort of player to Hardy, but he makes things.
Yeah, I've read that actually in a couple of tweets actually. That he's actually his all-round play is far better than some other forwards that you've got. Right then, let's talk referees if that's okay. So the Middlesbrough game in particular, Chris, you were there. What was your? Well, I know what your view is going to be, but walk us through it.
Honestly, Mark, 91st minute, we're getting a deserved draw away at Middlesbrough, and no one could have complained on that result. I think it was fair for us to get a point, not 3. And I think it also, vice versa, it was fair for them to get a point. So I had no issues with the draw. And then 91st minute, I mean, to be fair, Joe Edwards probably gave the referee a decision to make by just putting his hand softly on his back, and the bloke's gone down like he's just been sniped by 3 army guys. And you think, you pellet, what are you playing at? It was embarrassing, to be fair. And what happened? He gave a penalty, 91st minute. We ain't coming back from that. And it was absolute howler. And we've had some bad referee decisions go against us during the season, but that was up there with amongst the best, really, for me.
Yeah, it's one of those that if it goes to VAR, Reece, I think that gets overturned because, probably actually, if he gives it on field, I suppose it's not an obvious error, is it? But I mean, they always hear now, don't you, when you're watching the Premier League, that contact doesn't mean an automatic penalty. It's got to warrant. It's got to warrant the blocking a shot. There was no way that contact warranted Conway tumbling like that. The one on Whittaker a couple of minutes before that, though.
That's just a dive. That's just shocking. He's taken a step and then thrown himself on the floor. It's just, and that's not just because it's Whittaker. It genuinely isn't. He got hammered the whole game by the away end, and he didn't. He had one decent strike, but no big loss there. But no, for me, I'm reluctant to criticise the referee. Obviously, there needs to be. I think there needs to be a serious conversation in English football in general about the standards of refereeing. It's getting worse and it's destroying games. And we've potentially missed a point there. Coventry have got potentially Bundu should have been sent off or whatever, and that's potentially big points for them gone missing. It's happening so many times. However, we had so many chances to finish that game off. And for me, that's coming out of it. It's like, yes, it's frustrating, but we could have won it. We could have been 3-1 up at that point. And it's if it was a tight game 1-1, I would have been blaming the referee. And yeah, you can blame the referee, but we've got to take responsibility of it ourselves as well. And like Chris said, don't give him a decision to make and be 3 up already. So
okay.
And injury, he got sent off as well.
Yeah.
Because it's Easter weekend, you can't appeal it because they won't give you a decision until today.
Double jeopardy. Right, cheers for that. Right, let's look ahead then to Preston. It's the final away trip, and by goodness, you two have done some miles. This one, we'll get your favourite away trip in a minute. But Chris, we spoke about Preston not losing at home a couple of weeks ago. They now lost at home to QPR, and actually they are second bottom of the form league in the last 6. They've won 1 in 10, and we obviously speak to our Preston fans. The ground is about to turn quite toxic on Saturday. Should you score first, they are not safe, and they're looking over their shoulders. So you could just be catching them at the right time. Hope I haven't cut the kibosh on it.
Well, it's about time we've had a little bit of luck go our way. So because we've suffered over the course of the season, they say it all comes out equal in the end, but it hasn't really for us. Numerous occasions we've suffered with bad luck, as we did Saturday, Good Friday. But no, I'd love to think we could get something up there if they're struggling. I wasn't aware it was so toxic, but long may it continue. And let's hope that we can get 3 points up there. Lewis Gibson, the next player, we got to put one over on him. Obviously, Ryan Lowe was there earlier on in the season. He's now left. It'd be lovely to get something at Preston, of course, and take it into that last game of the season, just as we did last year against Hull City, where we stayed up by that one goal. Can we do it again? My heart is saying yes, my head saying that's something else, but I'm not listening to my head.
Reece, is it a good thing that Leeds have already gone up before they come to you? I mean, there's so many Leeds fans coming to Plymouth, by the way, on that. We're planning to on that last day of the season.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the Barbican that even whatever happens. So I think it's going to be a bit messy. But I don't know. There's a bit of me which says yes, that they're up, and that's probably after the last couple of seasons where they've narrowly missed out. That's probably what they most wanted. However, if they win this Saturday, I think next Saturday, is it 100 points? I think they can hit.
Yeah,
big achievement.
They play Bristol City on Monday night, so yeah.
So, but the thing that's going to pain me is if they beat us, we go down, they're going to lift the trophy on our pitch, which is a bit of a stab, which a bit hurts. To be honest, I think that's always bizarre when they do that. But you'd like to think, we beat Sheffield United the other week, helped them out, so maybe they could help us out now.
Well,
return the favour.
I'll have a word in your favour. Yeah. All right. Right, in the comments then, if you want to shout out on next week's podcast for anyone that's driven you all the way around the country, let us know. Drop a comment. We'll read some of these out next week. I don't know how many miles, Chris, you've done, but have you done every one of the 22? Have you missed any?
Yeah, I missed Burnley.
I missed Burnley, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So done 21 out of 22. It ain't bad. If you've done all 22 and Preston this weekend, let us know in the comments as well. You deserve a shout out. What's been your favourite trip, Chris? It doesn't have to be for the result either. I know you're going to say Pompey probably away, but the overall, just the weekend you had, whatever, the fans, the ground.
Yeah, you're dead right when you say Pompey's my favourite. But up there, I'll be honest with you, it's Man City. I said before we played them, if we can score first, and what happened, we went and scored first. And when you got 7,000 Janners up there absolutely celebrating like we did. I mean, we're at a Premiership ground and we never heard their fans. It was just us, absolutely loving it. Obviously, it's our big day out, we all know that. But we stepped up to the mark on our big day out and we played really well. And they had to pull the strings out to beat us, and then we went and lost 3 days later away at Hull City. You just can't ride it. Talk about a roller coaster of a season.
Absolutely. Reece?
I haven't really had much luck with away games this year. I think I've seen us score like 4 goals and concede something stupid amount. But one of the early ones, QPR, quite enjoyed QPR. I like a London away game, sort of a few beers the night before and all those sort of things. But then on the other outside of the league, for me, it's actually Brentford. It's one of those games where you go into it not really caring about the result, and suddenly you're coming away with it. And the trip home was you're on cloud 9 all the way home, aren't you? So yeah, I'd say probably those two.
Okay, good shouts. Let us know in the comments whether they've missed any as well that you want to mention. And finally, this week, then the goal of the season. What's been your favourite? What's been your favourite strike? Again, let us know. Reece, have you got one that sticks in your mind?
Oh, we haven't scored many, have we? The best hit one was probably Whittaker's at QPR, I think it was, where he's just hit it from his first little glimmer of him this season. Shame it's glad it ended really there. Probably for meaning, I guess you're probably going to go Hardy's against Liverpool. It is probably. I know it's only a penalty, but the meaning behind it and the season we've had, and we would all trade that cup run for survival. But now it's the season end. At least we had that. At least we had something to really celebrate our home part this year.
Yeah, brilliant, Chris.
Oh, for me, same player but different game. Ryan Hardy, second goal, Portsmouth away, 2-0 up, happy days. And that was our first away win. I mean, honestly, for somebody like we've done, we supported our team through thick and thin, and just to get that one away win and to do it at Pompey, I mean, our days, to shut them up as well, the bloody bell and all that nonsense. Just to beat them up there, we ended up 2-1. Superb. He ran the full length from the halfway line to put it through. I couldn't believe the keeper went the wrong way, really. He ended taken by on his near post. Warren Hardy, second goal, Pompey away 2-0. Lovely days.
Well said. Thank you very much. We'll end that there. Listen, good luck against Preston. We have everything crossed. That next week we can celebrate 3 points and nobody else has picked up 3 points. Cheers for that. Join us next week as we preview the Leeds game, of course, and we'll also be talking about our favourite home game of the season. Join us for that. Thanks, Reece. Thanks, Chris. Have a good one. Enjoy your week.